National Transportation Safety Board has released its preliminary report on a plane crash last month in Trenton that killed 2 people.
According to the report, the single-engine plane left Morristown, New Jersey on July 25th, bound for the Hancock County Bar Harbor Airport.
A worker repairing some landing lights at the Trenton airport told investigators he heard an airplane approaching the runway. He then heard the plane's engine noise go to full power. When he looked up, the aircraft was in a sharp left turn before crashing to the ground. The plane burst into flames. Both the pilot and passenger were killed.
The worker told NTSB officials the weather that day was, quote, brutal, and he could barely see the plane 100 yards away due to thick fog. Video recorded from a moving car shows the plane appearing from heavy fog about 40 feet above the runway, turn steeply left, then crash. The preliminary report did not show any mechanical issues with the plane.